Hi Marco,
James.
how's the squad looking from a fitness point of view? Is Tim Ream available to come back on Wednesday?
It's getting closer. As you know, we have another session tomorrow, and to assess him again, he's being involved in the sessions with his teammates. I will not say to you that he's ready to, for example, to start a game tomorrow. But let's see if we can involve him in the squad list at least, to be another solution for us with the absence of Calvin Bassey, as you know. One of the absences that we have in the African Cup is going to be good for us if you can involve him in the squad list. But let's see, we have to assess him tomorrow. Reacted well from the session this morning. Let's see tomorrow he's going to react again, and we are going to take a decision. Out of the game is going to be Adama Traore.
This is Fulham's first ever League Cup semi-final. How do you assess the challenge ahead of you over 2 legs against Liverpool?
Great challenge for us, no doubts. Of course, we pride for us, and is being a big proud for us to be there, to achieve something that the club never achieved, but we want more. Really huge respect for Liverpool, the quality they have, how they have been playing, the season that they have. They are top of the league. Yesterday they showed again in the FA Cup how they can be strong as well with the same changes. They have the quality, and they are in a very good moment. But of course, if you are there, if you get and you got the chance to play semi-finals because you have worked so hard to do it. I remember the first game that we played for this competition, and we played against Tottenham. And probably in that moment, Tottenham was the best team in this country, the way they started the season. And from that moment, you have been really serious. The approach, you have been the players, they did work really hard to get at this stage. And if you are in this stage, you want to aim more. You want to have the ambition to be at Wembley, and really is the ambition that you are going to play, understanding the quality of Liverpool and the huge and the great challenge that we have ahead of us.
You came so close to beating Liverpool in December, got the victory against Arsenal a few days ago. Does that just give you and the squad even more belief that you can do something special?
Yes, give us no doubts that give us the belief. We have this belief on ourselves. We know, we really trust in the process. The players understand really well. Of course, at this level, you face always great sides, and if you are not at your best level, of course, it can be really difficult to you. But it's true, we had last December a great game against them. It was not just brilliant because we didn't get the result that probably deserved in that game, but the details, they decide many things in that game, like normal they happen in the games against big sides, and but was a good example. But normal against Liverpool, if I can say normal, they are really tight games and really good games. I remember everything started last season, the first game of the season against Liverpool at Cottage, the way we was like the first impact for everyone from Fulham Football Club in Premier League again. And from that moment, of course, we built something really important, the way we perform. I remember even last season at Anfield, we lost 1-0, but the game was really tight, and we did it well, the way we matched them and the way we faced them. And last December was the same. Let's hope that we can do it next Wednesday again, but with a different result for us.
From a transfer perspective, you said that you expect January could be quite quiet.
Unfortunately, yeah.
How happy are you with the squad you have at the moment?
Of course, I'm really happy with the squad. I cannot hide to you that I'm happy. Of course, we made some changes last summer. We lost a player that was really important for us. In that moment, as you know, we had 4 strikers. We had me, Raul. Raul was already in our football club, because when we decided to sign Raul, in our mind was not to lose any of strikers or to sell one of our strikers. Since we lost the striker, we were not able to replace him. We decided to stay with the 3 because in that moment it was not possible to sign another one. And let's see what is going to happen next few days. I said that it's going to be quiet, and when I said that was the feedback that I got in terms of financial point of view. That is something that just makes sense if you can go for the market, if you have the capacity to really improve the squad and to really do something that have an impact in the squad. To go, sometimes it's better to don't do it. And for me, it's clear for us to try to sign someone has to be someone that can to add really something for our squad, to add quality, to add something, or to be at one level that can make an impact. And sometimes this just you can do just if you have money to do it. And when I say that it's going to be quiet, because I got a feedback from financial point of view that probably is not going to be possible.
And last week you were charged by the FA for your comments after the match against Newcastle. Today you were due to respond. What can you tell us about that?
Firstly, that I have until next week to respond. That is the first one. And as you said, okay, the game was so many games after that to talk now about what's happened in that Newcastle game looks a little bit strange. But okay, I have more time to respond. I will do it.
Thank you.
Ruben, do you have anything for the broadcast section?
Hi, Marco.
Hi.
How much do you personally want to win a major piece of silverware in this country?
I think it's all the managers they want the same. But it's like if you have the chance to do it or to fight for, of course you have to. It's something that you aim. It's something that is in our nature. You want to win important things. You want to fight for important things. Sometimes, depending the clubs where you are and type of clubs that you are, can give you or not more chances to fight for something important and to win titles. But of course, if you have the chance to fight for something and you have the capacity in terms of resources to do it, of course, is the aim of any manager. And of course, I'm not different than that. And it's really important to have some statements in your career, to fight for something important. And if you have this chance, you have to do your best.
How important is this match then compared to other games as a Fulham manager?
It's really important, but this one I can say to you that is more important than the last one we play against Everton in the competition, because that moment was the quarters final, and for us, the quarters they were until that moment probably was one of the most important games of the season when we play at Goodison Park against Everton. Right now, this one is going to be more important, even more important, because we are playing a semi-final of this competition, and that's it. Right now is the most important one because it's the next one. Of course, if you play semi-finals, you have always that extra there, and that makes this game one of the most important until now, all this season, so far.
No investment this month, you said it's unlikely. So how difficult is it to kind of bridge the gap between the top teams if Fulham are not going to spend any money?
It's really difficult. I really believe that last season and this season probably were one of the teams that with less spend in the Premier League. The Premier League is really competitive. It's really tough, and of course, if we would like to have different capacities in this situation, but it's not something that is really under my control. It's not my job. Of course, I want everything to be clarified with me and with all of us, myself and the board and all that situation, for us to firstly to stop some rumors around and for us to don't waste time talking about things that are possible or impossible. I think is make my press conference with you more clear and make your job a little bit easier as well in these situations. Even for our fans to understand, for them to understand really what's happened. Sometimes it's much better to be clear in this situation. But if you ask me if I would like, of course I would love it, because the competition is so hard, and in some moments we have to be really strong in the market to be competitive at this level. Because last summer was a good example. I remember last January when I have clear in our mind when some clubs they did so well and so strong during January market that made them to have a very good second round of the season, and had a huge impact on their second round of the season. But that looks for ourselves, and now this moment is the reality. And for me, looking for all the scenarios that we have to be realistic, and looks is going to be really quiet.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Talksport.
Just running on from that, you've won a championship trophy here, but to win Fulham's first ever piece of silverware would be a real step forward for this football club.
100%, no doubts about it. It's going to be a remarkable situation for this football club. If the club never did it, showed how it's difficult to achieve, and this is clear for us. Is some people call as a dream, okay, for our fans, and I really love when the fans they can have the chance to dream. It means that we are doing something really good, and if they are dreaming with something so special, firstly because they trust on ourselves, and because we are giving good feelings for them. For us, you can talk about dream, you can talk about ambition. For me, it's much more ambition than a dream. For me, it's much more a aim. If you are there, if you get the chance, because we did work so hard to be there, now we want to give another step, and another step is to face Liverpool and try to be in the final. And of course, if you achieve something like that, we are going to talk again about one chance that can make us really in the story again, this football club, and this is what it is. But firstly, we have to face a strong side, a top quality side, and to be at our best level during 2 matches, not just one.
To that end, how important is Wednesday just about staying in the tie? Yes, you would like to win, but if you can't, don't get beaten so that the second leg is irrelevant. Yes,
of course, it's not just a game. You are talking about 2 games, and the decision is going to. You can have the decision to be played at Craven Cottage. That is really important for us, where you feel so strong and so well as well. And of course, we have a chance to take the decision for that game. But at the same time, you cannot be thinking about the second game if you don't do so well in the first. And this is, we have to have the right balance between 2 things. Of course, game management is going to be really important during the next match against them at Anfield. Of course, you know how Liverpool normally play at home. You know how they are normal. They are on front foot. Their home form is being almost brilliant this season, if you I can say in this way. But we have to understand that it's a game to play there. At the same time, do it in the right balance, because we have a chance to have a second game at home to decide something. And I don't want the players just thinking on the second game, because if you don't do really well our job in the first one, probably the chances to be decisive at home is not going to be there, because that we have to play really at our best level there, and to be clever enough in tactical point of view in some moments to manage well the game.
And your team have played against Liverpool without fear. I was there on the opening day last season, the 2-2, when it was, I don't think I've ever heard Craven Cottage so loud. You obviously scored 3 goals at Anfield last month as well. How do you tell your players when they're this close to being in a final, possibly winning a medal, and many of them may not win any other medals in their entire career? How do you tell them to go and play without fear? Don't be worried about this.
We cannot be worried. One thing is respect, and we have been showed that with all the teams. I think really our approach this season in Carabao Cup show that, because we have. I have to tell you, of course, huge respect for the environment and from what